Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another video. The time has come, the Bad Batch Season 2 final trailer is out, and I'm here as always to give you the full breakdown. Now I should say, while there are some big reveals, a big portion of the trailer are things we've already seen, but without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So the final trailer premiered in the extra section on Disney+. A few fans noticed, word spread, and so here we are. Now the trailer is very fast paced, we have a lot of new shots and insights, but the great thing is, very little of the plot itself is unveiled. We have more questions than answers, but isn't that the best kind of trailer? I think so. The trailer opens with the same beach planet that we saw in the teaser trailer at Star Wars Celebration. Omega takes on the giant crabs, Wrecker says he's got the package, and they're all running away from those creatures. Then we cut to Sid's place on Ord Mantell, and there is a new connection who's intrigued by the Bad Batch, a woman who we've never met before. She says, so this is the top team of rogue clones on the run from the Empire, and further into the trailer Sid tells them that if they want freedom, they need to pull off a heist, so to a large extent they're still mercenaries, and it sounds like this one mission is going to be the most crucial of all of them. Echo says, the Empire is growing stronger, we should be doing more, and this of course tells us about the change in landscape compared to Season 1. We're 6 months on from the destruction of Camino, and a lot has changed. The Empire is truly taking over on a large scale. And then we have the biggest moment, Commander Cody and Crosshair having a conversation. This is such a crucial scene, because Cody brings up other clones who are questioning the Empire just like he is. Crosshair replies, then they're traitors, and this is definitely to put the two into conflict. And I really hope that Cody joins our heroes, considering we also see Rex, maybe he's going to remove his chip. One of the most exciting aspects of the trailer is that Gungi is working with the Batch themselves. They've got a powerful Force user on their side. I mean, sure, Gungi is a Padawan and he's still very young, but one day he's going to grow up, and I really hope at some point he does get more training by any of the Jedi survivors. Let's wait and see how they explore this. We also see the homeworld of the Wookiees, Kashyyyk, and Tarful is under arrest by some Trandoshans, the enemy species of the Wookiees, and one of them, one absolute bastard Trandoshan, lights part of the Kashyyyk forest on fire. So that classic traditional fight, that conflict between these two species, is gonna carry on in this show. It's explored a lot in the expanded universe, we see it in the Clone Wars, and of course to some extent in the Book of Boba Fett. Omega expresses her fear that Clone Force 99 gave up everything because of her, but she's reassured by Echo that they made the right choice. He also says there are others out there who need their help, so I think a big part of Season 2 is going to be establishing the fact that the Bad Batch are working alongside early rebels, and we do see Bail Organa briefly at the end. In a big way, the Bad Batch are crucial to this point in the timeline. They are the defenders of the defenseless, and they're going to take on the oppression of the Empire in a small way, wherever its victims call out for help. Now let's talk about Coruscant. There seems to be a chase scene with Tech, but there's also a lot going on politically. We see Palpatine and Masamida in the Senate, and a female governor who is currently uncredited says, peace was never an option. Although this is not Mon Mothma, I think there's a very good chance she is going to play into the season somehow, as I said the other day. Hunter then says the thing that makes them different from other clones is they can make their own choices, and the themes of free will, Order 66, inhibitor chips, all of those aspects are going to be re-explored in this season. And the trailer ends with Rex calling in to ask the Bad Batch if they can help him on a mission. Omega seems over the moon, she's so excited for action, and throughout all of the promo material for Season 2, she seems to have become more skilled, more mature, and a lot braver than in Season 1. Her development is going to be awesome to see. As I say guys, the trailer flies by, and it's got a lot of gems in it, and I also think we're going to see remnants of Separatists. At the 1:45 mark, it appears as though the Bad Batch is at Count Dooku's palace on Sereno. Dooku is long dead, so why they're there in the first place is going to be really interesting. We knew Sereno was going to appear, because it does show up in the teaser trailer. Some of these missions sound absolutely epic. I'm so excited for the Bad Batch Season 2. By the time it drops on January the 4th, it would have been nearly 2 years since Season 1. That is way too long to go without Star Wars animation like this. And while we did have Tales of the Jedi recently, it's not the same as a full-length season, 16 episodes, and the animation looks absolutely phenomenal. Honestly guys, this is going to be huge. In this trailer, there's an awesome creature, which I don't know what it is, but the audio description describes it as a Titanic mech, so it could be something built by the Empire. They're going to be so strong this season, and something I was really curious about was the absence in the trailer of Captain Hauser, so I think this season's gonna have a lot of surprises, and they're not revealing too much in these trailers, but the pacing is epic, and all week on Twitter, Jennifer Corbett has been teasing this trailer. She said, "Had a blast screening the season 2 premiere of The Bad Batch," which, by the way guys, is gonna be 2 episodes. We're getting 2 episodes on January the 4th. And she then says, "So excited for you all to see the new season, hashtag Star Wars The Bad Batch." And there's her from her seat, watching the 2-episode premiere. I think it's been so encouraging to see all of the creators on the show, executive producers, even some of the voice actors like the main one, D. Bradley Baker, who said this season is like nothing we've seen before. They really are trying to top the Clone Wars, which is going to be difficult, but they've got some of the best writers in Star Wars animation. All of the characters, the visuals, the tropes, this season is probably going to be one of the biggest highlights out of all of the Star Wars content we're getting. The Bad Batch Season 2 is really unlike any other show we've had so far. It's kind of at a crossroads where it's exploring a plethora of elements from the wider Star Wars story at this time. We have Jedi, separatist outliers, clones, Coruscant politics, Palpatine himself, and maybe even Mon Mothma, maybe something Mandalorian related as well, and my biggest wish, and something which only someone like Dave Filoni could pull off, is that in some way it's going to connect to Jedi Fallen Order. I trust Dave Filoni's doing something really special with this one. And who knows, anyone could really appear. Some are saying that because Bail Organa shows up, maybe there's going to be some connection to Ahsoka. If you remember the other day, I asked you guys how excited you are for The Bad Batch Season 2, and it's so encouraging to see fans who weren't on board for Season 1 are finally catching on to it. And just before I go, they just released the most awesome poster for Season 2. Look at this. We've got Hunter, Echo, Tech, Wrecker, and in the background, a giant Omega with her energy bow. This looks amazing. And this story keeps getting bigger and bigger. I wouldn't be surprised after The Bad Batch if we get another spin-off of some kind. If you think back, there was a Maul rumour, a Crimson Dawn rumour, so let's see how that pans out. But thank you for watching, my dear friends. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you always. I was just working this morning on a scene of Coruscant. There's some really neat political storylines that I'm very excited for people to see. And bear in mind guys, in 19 BBY, or just a few months later in Season 2, so closer to 18 BBY, political storylines doesn't just mean the Empire, it also means the early rebellion as well, and more specifically, animated adaptations of the Revenge of the Sith deleted scenes with Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, and if it's a flashback to just before the Clone Wars ended, then Padme herself.